You have two teams that are still trying to fix.
We just saw Dijonai Carrington herself respond to it, which is crazy. The referee moves the security in front of him so that the security gets in between him and Dijonai Carrington.
WNBA player tries to rip Caitlinclark's eye out. Ref calls security. In one of the most intense moments in recent WNBA history, a Dallas Wings player went way too far, literally trying to rip Caitlinclark's eye out during a playoff game last year. But the drama didn't stop.
Dijonai Carrington has a history of losing her temper. Even with that being the case, I doubt this referee was worried about any kind of physicality. In fairness to Dijonai
Carrington, a fierce competitor for the Dallas Wings, has built a reputation for playing with fire, sometimes pushing the boundaries of what's fair. But things crossed a serious line last September during the Fever Sun playoff series. In a moment that stunned everyone, Carrington jammed her finger right into Caitlinclark's eye socket as Clark was taking a shot. The result? A painful black eye for Clark and an instant explosion of outrage across social media. Fans and analysts were split. Was it a dirty, intentional move, or just a hard foul gone too far? Either way, that moment thrust Carrington into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons, turning what should have been just another playoff battle into a heated controversy that still echoes today.
The referee asked for security to witness the exchange. Maybe he wanted a witness because he was worried that he would later be accused of mythical racism, which is exactly what happened. Check it out for yourself. Girl, why is he calling security? I'm just trying to do my job and complain. Why am I being penalized for doing my job? This is a microaggression.
But Dijonai Carrington isn't just known for her fiery play on the court. She's made headlines off it too. Last year, she turned heads by wearing a bold and controversial "The Fuck Donald Trump Tour" t-shirt during a WNBA game, using her platform to make a strong political statement. This only added to her reputation as one of the league's most outspoken and polarizing figures. Fast forward to last night's Dallas versus Chicago game. Not a primetime showdown, more of a quiet Friday night contest with a smaller crowd watching. Yet, tensions flared after the final buzzer when Carrington, clearly frustrated by her team's loss, exchanged some heated words with the referee. It's a scene basketball fans see all the time. Players venting their emotions in the heat of the moment. But this time, things took an unexpected turn.
And by the way, if she said something bad enough, the security would be called on her, you would hope that she would be getting suspension. But again, these referees, we saw it with Caitlinclark. You better believe those referees would have called security on Caitlinclark.
But then things took a surprising turn. Instead of letting the moment pass, the referee actually signaled for stadium security right as Carrington was walking up. Security arrived almost instantly, and fans watching live couldn't help but notice. Clips of the incident quickly went viral on social media. Naturally, this sparked a wave of questions and speculation. Was the referee concerned because of Carrington's history on the court? Was there a real threat in that moment, or was it simply a precaution? Maybe the referee was just trying to protect himself. Or could this have been an unfair targeting of Carrington? The situation left everyone wondering what was really going on behind the scenes. This backlash sparked a fierce debate among fans, analysts, and former players alike. Supporters of Carrington argued that the referee's move was an overreaction, possibly fueled by her reputation, especially considering the infamous eye socket incident with Caitlinclark last season that left Clark with a black eye and caused an uproar across the league. They questioned whether Carrington was being unfairly targeted because of her aggressive style and controversial moments both on and off the court, including her outspoken political stances and fiery demeanor. Conversely, many understood why the referee might have acted with caution. The rivalry between the Dallas Wings and the Indiana Fever has grown increasingly heated, fueled in large part by Clark's electrifying presence. As the WNBA's breakout superstar and face of the Fever's resurgence, Clark is constantly in the spotlight, a magnet for intense defense and sometimes physical confrontations. Her fearless style and incredible skill have made her a key figure who attracts both admiration and fierce competition.
They tried to rip Caitlinclark's eye out, has security called on her by ref. That's right. The referee had to call security on Dijonai Carrington. I can't say I'm surprised. I mean,
Clark's journey as a rookie phenom has not been without its challenges. The physicality of the league and the pressure to prove herself have led to some clashes on the court. Carrington's previous foul on Clark wasn't just a dirty play. It was a defining moment that showcased the physical toll Clark endures and the lengths some players might go to disrupt her game. The referee's call to bring in security can be seen as an attempt to prevent another flashpoint in a rivalry that's already simmering with tension. This incident underscores a broader narrative unfolding in the WNBA right now. The league is growing rapidly, gaining more national attention and building passionate fan bases, but with that comes increased scrutiny and higher stakes. Players like Clark symbolize a new era, young, dynamic, and unafraid to challenge norms, while players like Carrington remind us of the gritty, hard-nosed competitiveness that has always been part of basketball's DNA. As the WNBA continues to carve out its space in the crowded sports landscape, these moments of drama, rivalry, and raw emotion will only intensify. It's more than just a game, it's a battle for respect, recognition, and legacy. Clark's star power is changing the game on and off the court, but the path is far from smooth. The tension between her dazzling talent and the hard-edged play she faces is a microcosm of the league's growing pains and its exciting future. Now let's talk about Caitlin Clark, the undeniable star at the center of all this drama. Clark isn't just any rookie. She's been hailed as a generational talent with the kind of skill and poise that instantly change the trajectory of a team. Her jaw-dropping scoring, incredible court vision, and clutch performances have turned the Indiana Fever from perennial underdogs into serious playoff contenders. With that kind of spotlight comes inevitable rivalries. Players like Dijonai Carrington often find themselves in the crosshairs, especially when emotions boil over in high-stakes games where every possession counts. Caitlin's presence has fundamentally shifted the league's landscape. Fans are more engaged, TV ratings are climbing, and the competition level is reaching new heights. But where there's heat, there's friction, both on the court and behind the scenes. This incident also brings to light bigger questions about player safety and how referees handle intense moments. Basketball is an inherently physical sport, and tempers naturally flare. But where should officials draw the line between managing those emotions and unfairly singling out players? Some argue the referee's call to bring in security was a necessary precaution, especially given Carrington's history and the recent tensions. Others see it as a subtle bias, even a microaggression, just as Carrington claims. Officials walk a tightrope here. They must keep the game safe and under control without escalating conflict or alienating players. It's a difficult balance to strike, particularly in women's basketball, a league still fighting hard for respect, recognition, and a seat at the major sports table.
hell, who wants to catch a stray eye gouge, a scoopage of the eyeball out, watching your eyeball roll across the floor because somebody's mad at one of your calls? And do I know the context here? No. All I know is this, and you may never hear me repeat these words again. This poor WNBA referee, hell just froze over. For me to defend a WNBA referee, hell has frozen.
I've seen a flood of reactions from fans and analysts all over social media, and the opinions couldn't be more divided. Some believe Carrington's past actions justify the ref's cautious approach, saying officials need to be proactive to keep control. Others argue this situation is just a sign of how fiercely competitive the WNBA has become, where emotions sometimes boil over in the heat of battle. Experts also point out that while this kind of drama sparks controversy, it actually fuels engagement. It draws more eyes to the league, boosts viewership numbers, and adds exciting new layers to player rivalries that fans can't get enough of. So what's next? Will the league hand down any disciplinary action? Will this simmering rivalry escalate into something bigger or finally cool off? And most importantly, how will all this tension impact Caitlin Clark and the Fever's chase for a deep playoff run? One thing's for sure, we'll be watching every move closely. This story is far from over. And it's a powerful reminder that sports aren't just about what happens on the court. They're about passion, conflict, and the intense human drama unfolding behind the scenes. All right, that's the full breakdown. What do you think? Did the referee do the right thing calling security on Dijonai Carrington, or was it over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into all things WNBA. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.